Hi, my name is Hannah Riggs and I'm presenting my Project 2 for Dynamic Web Applications. The title of my project is xkcd Password Generator and can be found at p2.hriggs.me. The purpose of this site is to allow a user to generate a random xkcd password. As you can see, the first thing that you see when you land on this site is the title, to show the user what the site is all about. Next, they'll see a description about what an xkcd password is, and they can click on the comic strip link to learn more, and it'll take them down to the comic strip. Next, there's a little text about what this web application does, and it basically just tells them that they can customize their password with the form below, or just use the default values that are already filled in. It also lets them know that 9 is the highest value that can be entered in a text field. The first way they can customize their password is by specifying the number of words in their password. So that can be between 0 and 9. If they put in 0, then just no password will appear, and the highest number they can put in is 9. Next, they can specify the number of numbers they want in their password, and they can say if they want all the numbers at the end, or if they want them randomly dispersed throughout the password. If they randomly disperse the numbers, then none of the words will be split up. They'll always be at the beginning or end of a word. Next, they can specify the number of symbols they want in the password. So let's choose another number, 5, and have them also randomly dispersed. Next, the user can also specify what they want the words separated with. They can choose hyphens, spaces, or no characters. So I'm going to choose spaces. And then they can also choose if they want the words to have the first letter capitalized, all uppercase letters, or all uppercase words, or all lowercase words. So then when I've filled out my form and click Generate Password, it'll generate a random xkcd password. So I also did some error checking. So you can only put numbers into the text fields. So say I put a letter in and try to generate the password, then this message, password can only be generated if text fields contain numbers or are left blank, is shown to the user. The same thing happens if the user tries to put in a special character. The same error message is shown. So just to show a few other options, say I just want hyphens and I want them all uppercase, and I want 6 words and just 1 number and 1 symbol at the end, and I generate the password, then as you can see, it's generated. Another feature that I decided to implement was scraping from this website that Susan Buck recommended, and I did this with a script I wrote in scrape-pages.php, and this basically loops through all the pages and grabs all the words between the LIs and then puts them into an array that's then added into another file called words.php, which is a very long file right here. And so that's my logic for scraping. And then otherwise I had a landing page, index.php, and also a logic page, logic.php, which dealt with the logic of generating a random password. Definitely the most difficult challenge I faced was scraping the words, because I've never done anything like that. And my regular expression skills were a little bit rusty, so coming up with a pattern definitely took a while, and I wasn't sure I was going to be able to do it at first, but I'm glad that I finally figured out after many hours of wanting to tear my hair out. And then one thing that I would have liked to implement, but I wasn't sure how and sort of ran out of time, was how, if I fill out this form with certain values, how do I keep these values after I've clicked Generate Password? So say here I have 9, 9, and 9, and I click Generate Password. I'd love for 9, 9, and 9 to stay. So since I used the GET request, I can call this again by refreshing the page up here, but I'd love to get the same results by generating the password. And finally, the other thing I did was try to make the page as responsive as possible. So I wanted to try my best to make it look good at no matter what size, so that I did that with Bootstrap and with some media queries. And as you can see, everything fits and nothing's overflowing over the margins. And that's about it. Enjoy!